Hello there, fellow NPCs, and happy Halloween! Well, soon anyway. I am preparing this video for Halloween in a sense. So we will be going through this game and the follow-up to it in the upcoming weeks. Let's see, it's a pretty short game called Love Sucks, Night 1 and Night 2. And as you can see, it is absolutely beautifully drawn, and I wanted to play it. And now I see that this spades over here is actually a butt plug. I did not know that. Interesting. But yeah, we are going to play a fun little game this time around that is pretty damn good. I do remember playing Night 1. It's... If I remember correctly, it's not super deep like some of the other games I've been playing, but it is still a lot, still enjoyable. That's the word. Now, let's begin Night 1. Let's go. Okay, so we're playing Theo. The dream always starts the same. I'm floating in a nebulous void. Am I really going to have to start this off with I will be right back? Does sound like it, actually. And then they arrive. They float to me, gather around me. I feel safe with them. They never seem to mean me any harm. And they only wish to please. We enjoy each other. It only feels right. I please them. They please me. But then they want more. They want too much. They want what I can't give. And then I wake up. Thursday, October 28th. Yes, as I said, preparing for Halloween here. They had been having the same dream every night for 2 weeks. Ever since the night they worked on their history papers at the library. Every night about Jan and Anna. He didn't know what to make of it, or them. He was working with Jan, Anna and his best friend Sarah at the library. In a flash of inspiration he managed to come up with everyone's thesis statement. It was his junior year of college. He had gone away to school with his childhood friend Sarah. There they met up with a fellow student Adam, who gave them both nicknames. Theo's nickname is... Really? Robin? Let's see what we got here. Sparky. Maverick. Sparky. Frosto, there we go. And there's some more. Maverick. Brew. Killer. Rock. Wiggles. Ugh. Let's go with Kurt. Once again. Theo Kurt. Your nickname is Kurt? Yes. And Sarah's nickname is... Goose? Faye. Trouble. Trouble is a good name. Good name. It's 5:30. I gotta get something to eat.
Hello, my
McThick
honeys.
Burger.
It's the siren you're dying for. Cherry Bomb, only on Crescent Valley Student Radio.
Okay. I forgot that this game was voiced actually, so we'll see how much talking I will be doing.
Quick reminder, Halloween's a-coming. This town is celebrating like only Crescent Valley can, with 3 fright-filled nights of ghoulish games and devilish delights. We'll be broadcasting live from the carnival starting tomorrow, but there's plenty more mischief to do around the town.
Oh, yes there is. As I said, I played Night 1 before I started playing YouTube and doing YouTube. And this is one of those games, just like Once in a Lifetime, where you can go with everyone, you know. A harem ending. It's not that much of a harem though. It's, well, it's 3 girls. To the best of my knowledge.
If you can't drink yet, there's always trick-or-treating at the science building and a spooky tour of the library.
Cherry Bomb.
Anyway, music time.
McThick Burger. Investigators reach out to federal authorities to solve museum theft. Federal authorities have been called into aid in the search for the missing talisman of Aldabelfib after its theft 2 weeks ago from the Crescent Valley Museum that left 3 guards hospitalized with an unknown ailment. Sources close to CVPD suspect the infamous crime syndicate responsible for high-profile bank robberies may be to blame, but we're gonna have to take a phone call instead. Most social man alive. Hey Adam, what's up? Am I listing your phone as the most social man alive? Ah. Why would you think that? Oh, that means I definitely am. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of the reading at least. Well, it's fitting, isn't it? You're in every club on campus. Except for a certain one. I don't bring up your failures. Don't bring up the horticulture club. It was an accident, okay? He's going to talk my ear off. Press control to fast forward, okay. I could zone out. I'll stop at anything important. And I can always replay the conversations a bit in my head. Okay. I think it mostly boils down to how we met. We were at the stupid freshman meet and greet, and that girl was bothering you, trying to get into your pants. So you just wrapped your arms around me and Sarah and exclaimed, "Kurt and Trouble! It's great to see you! Let's go outside and catch up!" What's the problem again? You walked up to 2 random people and gave them 2 random nicknames. And they stuck. I thought they were fitting at the time. At least it's not something boring like Booger and Tex. I'm just glad I didn't get nicknamed Trouble. I don't know how Sarah stands it. You got a nickname and a roommate. That's pretty cool, right? If I find out you're passing out nicknames to other randos, I'm going to be very upset. I think it's only in my history class people call us by our real names. Why? We don't announce our nicknames, other people do. Small class means fewer people know, I guess. Anyway, how do you find out about the most social man alive thing? A twin told me. Figured Trouble get a contact card from you. She's not my twin. We look nothing alike. You two are dead ringers for each other. You even wear your hair clipped the same way. I have a twin. I know the artists for this game have been dabbling in some gender swapping. But that's not it, is it? That's a friendship thing. Yeah, friendship. Why were you bothering her? Trying to convince her to come out to the festival in the hopes it'll convince you too. You're persistent. And underhanded. Come on, man. It's going to be 3 whole days of parties, games and dancing. Crescent Valley always goes all out on Halloween, and I don't want to see you squander it. No, the professors are helping set up events with the clubs for Friday night. You know that Trouble and I have a huge test in a week and a half. You both study enough. I don't even have a costume. Besides, we can't follow you around all night. There's always those 2 from your history class. You're still having that dream? Yeah. Did you ask Rachel about it? My girlfriend would like to remind you that she's a psychology major, not a dream reader. Right. And? She says that dreams are a reflection of your mental state. She thinks you like those too, but you're worried that a relationship will destroy you somehow. Here they are. Personally, I think you're worried that if you try to ask either of these girls out, it will take away from your career plans. Either one would suit you. I've had a class with both of them. Yeah, it's a bit aloof, but she's cool when you get to know her. She's got that ambition and drive. Her only problem is she's about as good at technology as my grandmother. Yeah. Meanwhile, Anna is the sweetest girl you've ever met. A nice caring girl will help you relax. They are way out of my league though. They probably see me as it's a brain. That's because they don't know about the monster that lives in the garage. Garage? I don't know. Don't talk about my penis, it's weird. Well, someone has to think of the little guy. You certainly not. Ah! A little hard-hitting commentary. No, Sam has scared me. He jumped up demanding food. Who's Sammy? Oh. Oh. Oh, the French fry cat. I do not remember a lot about this game. Mainly about the spicy scenes. Kurt reached into his bag and presented the cat with a French fry. The cat took it happily and nibbled at it. You can't let the cat outside of McThickburger be the only pussy that warms up to you. Crude. But good wordplay. Admit it, college is not just about studying but also about finding connections. And you don't have a lot of those. At least think about it. Alright. Fine, I gotta get to class. I'll catch you later. Later, roomie. Kurt hung up inside. What do you think, Sammy? Meow. That's easy for you to say, you're not paying for dinner. Looks like Sammy found another sucker trick after I gave him fries. Isn't that the one you shapeshift into? No, that's Trouble, Sarah. Oh, hey, Trouble. Didn't know you were here. When you saw most social man alive calling, you didn't think it was Adam? No, I knew it was him. I assumed he knew you did that. I knew they'd take it as a compliment. Shall we head out? Yeah. Bye, Sammy. Meow. You nervous about getting our papers back? A little bit. You do realize you probably saved our butts. The four of us were sitting there struggling and you figured out all of our thesis statements. Moment of inspiration, I suppose. Jan and Anna helped with that. Trouble giggled but Kurt sighed. Still having the dream? Dude, why am I telling everyone I know about this dream? How close are we? Yeah. And I think it's because I'm scared to ask them out. Yeah, and Bigfoot exists. Since we both have been looking at the same girl since we were 13, I will assure you they are way out of our league. Thank you. Try to explain that to him. Okay, so she's into girls. Playable character, I didn't even notice that. Does that she's a PC in this game? Natural extroverts and the things they don't get about. Natural extroverts and the things they don't get about introverts. Think you have a better chance with Naomi, perhaps? the other girl in class? That required her to talk to somebody. She wouldn't even join us when we were working on our papers. Also, I think she'd probably punch me in the stomach. Yeah, probably Jan or Anna before her, but I'll tell you something. If any of them asked me out, yeah, Trouble looked like she was in a daze. I'd bury my head between their legs and eat the till I fainted. Kurt couldn't contain himself and burst out laughing. You wouldn't? No, I would. Trust me, I would. Kurt was having trouble keeping focused in class. He normally did very well in Dr. Blankenship's class, but the dream kept coming to the fore of his mind. So we can see how diplomacy is a powerful tool for change. Even two former bitter rivals, the US and Britain. Jan, would you mind? I'm trying, Dr. Blankenship! Jan attempted to fiddle with her phone to make it stop before Anna reached over. Here, I got it. Thank you, Anna. What are you going to do with you, Jan? You're the only undergrad I know that can't control her phone. I'm so sorry. It's alright, I'm teasing. Now, where was I? Oh yes, diplomacy. Kurt's eyelids felt extremely heavy, though thoughts of the girls kept swirling through his mind. Speaking of diplomacy, it's been said about Cleopatra that she once had oral sex with 100 Greek men in one night. I'm sure a throbbing phallus in the embrace of a warm mouth brokered a lot of deals. What kind of history class is this? Who knows? Those lips might have advanced human civilization by a century or two. A wink. But sex in an ancient time wasn't just a diplomatic tool. In some cultures, it held a much more significance. The idea that you were wanted, that you were desired by someone, was a powerful thing. A primal force all its own. To lock eyes with someone, that spark of a feeling, the desire between two people, such a rarity. That's something that every single one of us can understand. To some, that power had to have come from on high. So, sharing bodies was considered a holy thing to them, a divine right passed down by the gods. Sex and pleasure, so pure, so unadulterated. What else could it be? Writhing bodies sharing one another, seeking only to please, giving of oneself to the other. It was clearly so much more. This is going to be a difficult game to show, to be honest. Helping one climax in any form was said to be akin to praying at an altar. To help one reach bliss, to provide such a divine state unto another, to fill them with such ecstasy, it had to be in divine service of the gods. Would you like to pray? Well, damn. Sorry, Dr. Blankenship. Hey, Jan, let me see. I'm going to make you start turning it off before class. Achievement unlocked already? Pray at an altar, okay. I don't like, that's a me thing, achievements that you'll get automatically, unless it's like a chapter thing. Alright everyone, class dismissed. I posted the grades for your papers. If there's anything you want to talk about, email me. How did you do? A-. God, you saved our asses, you know that. Down the hall they saw the girls moving toward them. Hey Sarah, can we talk to the Theo for a minute? Oh sure, I'll see you tomorrow, Theo. It seems that we have received an A on our papers. It was really fantastic. It was nothing. It wasn't nothing, I assure you. If you didn't help, well, we might have failed super hard. Anna leaned in and pressed her chest against his shoulder. So, to thank you, we want to take you out for the Halloween festivities this weekend. Do you just look at their eyes? It's clear as day and night that they want me. And this idiot believes he is... they don't want him. Well, that is the life of an introvert. Even to this day, whenever I'm thinking of someone that would actually be interested in me, I have to question it. Like, what is wrong with you in order to be interested in me? And these are just fantasies, because no one has told me that they like me in a long time. So, insecurities when you're an introvert. Those are real. Me? Yeah, cutie. Do you think that'd be nice? Let's go out and we'll show you a good time. Anne traced her finger over his shirt and down to the center of his chest. Well, I mean, we want to do a little more than just walk around campus. Things might get a little interesting, if you catch my meaning. Well, he's a dumbass if they've been this forward about it previously. An idiot, I mean, not a dumbass. Are you in? Kurt could have fainted. Alright. Sure. Good. We'll meet you at the Keller Quad tomorrow at 6:30 sharp. Don't tell anyone. We don't want it to turn into a party. Just some private time. And don't forget a costume. It is Halloween after all. He turned to walk away.
We're gonna have a real good time.
Anna has a bit of a saucy voice now, doesn't she? Let's see if I can actually increase that. Oh, I see. Oh, sex effects. Let's bring those down because I'm still on YouTube, you know. Oh, wow, that is weird though, so I need to... I just maxed out the volume on my laptop. This is going to destroy my ears.
We're gonna have a real good time.
Okay. Quite loud. Gonna put you there.
We're gonna have a real good time.
Much better.
We'll see you there.
Kurt watched the two girls walking away and felt a bit shell-shocked. His eyes followed them as they exited the building. So, what was that about? Trouble! I thought you left! Yeah, but I had to know what they wanted, so what did they say? Well, Trouble's eyes went wide. He asked you out, didn't they? Shh! Don't say it! They said don't tell anybody! Were you eavesdropping? No, it's the look on your face. It's priceless. Did you say yes? Yeah. That's great. You're not jealous? No, I'm glad. I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't a tiny bit jealous, but they seem to like you. It'll be great. Don't worry about me. I'll call up Adam and find something to do. We gotta get you a costume. What are you doing there? I know what you're doing there, but what are you doing there? Please don't tell me that's the costume. The sun was setting as Kurt headed out of his dorm for the Keller Memorial Quad. He had about 30 minutes until he had to meet the girls. Just enough time to grab a snack at the Quick Go. With a vintage bomber jacket his uncle gave him years ago, he was hoping to pass as a World War II pilot. Nothing fancy, but not bad given the short notice. The light and the sounds of the carnival blared in the distance. The Ferris wheel just peeked over the tree line. I wonder if they were going to end up there. It was more likely that if they were meeting at the quad, they were going to do campus events, like the tour of the library or trick-or-treating at the science building. Luckily, he hadn't seen Adam since this morning. If he found him putting together a costume, there would be no end to the questions. And if he had found out Kurt was going out there with the girls, he tried to get them all together. As he walked, he saw fellow co-eds wandering the campus dressed in all sorts of fun outfits. Kurt wondered what outfits the girls picked. He promptly blushed. He cut into an alleyway between two lecture buildings to save time. Even if he was still on campus, he never liked this alleyway. Too many twists and turns, and the lights were always flickering. The sounds of people laughing and noise of the carnival faded as he walked between the buildings. Yeah, there she is. He rounded one of the corners and saw a figure waiting for him.
Go home.
Woo! That's an interesting outfit you have there, Naomi. She approached, stopping a few feet from him, blocking his path.
You need to go home.
Kurt. You know my nickname?
I know a lot of things. Like how those two invited you out.
Oh. God, does everyone know? You said don't tell anyone.
The truth is, those two plan to drain you tonight.
Well, isn't that a sweet little thought to have? Well, you never know where the night might take us.
Not like that, you idiot. They plan to murder you tonight, and they want to keep it a secret so they can get away with it.
And why would they want to do that? Naomi adjusted her stance and took a breath.
You're going to say you don't believe me, but they're monsters.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't believe you. Kurt just stared at her for a moment with a blank expression. It's good that you already knew my response. But now that you mention it, I do remember Anna saying something about loving chainsaw and dismembering bodies.
No, I mean they're monsters. Jan's a vampire, which is why you don't see her outside during the day, and Anna's a succubus, which is why you can't keep your eyes off her tits.
Boy! Sorry about that, ma'am. But yeah, I did not remember that you were just springing this information on me. And I did not remember that Anna was a succubus. I did remember Jan being a vampire, though. I don't. Kurt blushed before he furrowed his brow. And you know this how?
Because it's my job to keep monsters in line, and killing humans is crossing it. Tell me where you're supposed to meet them, then go home. I will take care of it.
No.
No?
Yes.
What do you mean, no?
No. I don't know what your problem is with them. They're good people and I'm not going to share in your delusion. This whole spooky co-ed roommates thing sounds like a bad urban legend. You're not fooling me, Naomi. He moved past her and kept walking. Naomi trailed after him.
I'm not trying to fool you. I'm trying to save you, dickwad!
Kurt stopped and turned to face her. You know what? I missed out on enough things in my life because I had second thoughts. And missing a date with those two because someone told me they're monsters sounds like life has run out of ideas to foul up a good night. I'm not the kind of guy to stand up a girl, let alone two. Kurt started to walk away.
Wait.
He stopped but didn't turn around. What?
Is this the part where you say monsters don't exist?
Yes. Kurt rolled his eye and sighed. Yeah, Naomi. This is the part where Kurt was forcefully jerked back by an iron grip and then quickly spun around. Naomi lifted him off the ground with one hand. Kurt was a few inches shorter than her, but still she did do so with no effort. Kurt barely had time to process what was going on before she slammed him into a wall, knocking the air out of him. He struggled to breathe as she slipped her eye patch off.
Now comes the part where
I show you monsters exist!
Woo! She revealed an eye with black sclera and yellow glowing iris. Two onyx-colored horns sprouted from her forehead as her canines elongated into a snarl. Hell yeah. I mean, look at that. That is amazing. That is amazing art. I love this image. Kurt wanted to scream, but couldn't get the air in his lungs to do so. He tried to figure out in a way that this was some kind of trick, but came up blank. After a tense moment, Naomi dropped him. Kurt struggled to breathe as he backed against the wall.
Now, tell me where you were going to meet them.
and let me do my job.
He watched in amazement as her horns and teeth began to recede. You're...
Yep, glad I was able to figure out your response.
She adjusted her eye patch back into place and glared down at him as Kurt continued to stare up at her. They just stared at each other for a moment before Naomi frowned and put a hand on her hip.
This is generally the part where people tell me what I want to know before running away screaming. Or, at the very least, yell out something like, "Don't hurt me."
Naomi sighed and rubbed the bridge of her nose. Wait, is this the bridge? The bony part, or is it up here? I actually don't know. I think it's this part.
Please don't be the frozen in fear type. I don't have a lot of time right now.
If you wanted to hurt me, you would have. Naomi's lips twitched in something close to a smirk. She seemed almost impressed.
Well, that is a surprise. Maybe you are as smart as you look.
She reached down to her, offer him a hand, the same one that lifted him into the air a moment ago.
Look, I didn't mean to shatter your worldview. I'm having a rough day and I'm a bit stressed out.
He looked at her hand, his heart still racing in his chest. He hesitantly took it and she lifted him without an ounce of effort.
Alright, you have stupid questions. Ask them.
Achievement unlocked. Learned something about the world, okay. Monsters really exist? What are you? Those 2 feet on humans? So why do they want to kill me? What are you? Cambion. A what? She rolled her eye. Part monster. Specifically, I'm a quarter demon. But who are you really then? Like some kind of supernatural police officer or something? I'm from an organization whose goal is to keep monster kind secret, contained. Like the SCP? Secure, Contain, Protect, yeah, SCP. Most monsters want to live in peace. Our job is to keep the rowdy ones at bay. For the most part, just knowing we're out there keeps them in line. So then you're some sort of trained immortal agent pretending to be a college student? No, I'm 20 and here on a scholarship program. Keeping tabs at the local cryptids is more like a work-study thing. Okay! No, my eye glows because I had laser eye surgery. Yes, monsters exist. Next question. What did you expect me to say? Okay, fine. Yes, they always have existed. Just like every urban fantasy, hiding in plain sight, where your legends come from, blah blah blah. The difference though is there is no monster's secret world, no coalition of monsters, no separate cities and no secret schools. Monsters hide amongst you because they have to. Have to? I don't know if you heard, but humans as a group are really good at killing anything that isn't them, particularly things that eat them. Hell, you killed the Neanderthals and they were you. When humans started building civilizations, monsters wanted in on the clothes, shoes and booze. So they blended in and adapted. Some still killed humans, either to feed or because they felt like they had the right. While the human march of progress started to make that harder, with better weapons, communication and criminal investigation techniques. Criminal investigation techniques? Yeah, murder's a lot harder than it used to be, Kurt. Most of the dangerous monster species went extinct a long time ago. The rest are watered down. A few species still need to feed on humans. They don't really kill anymore, they just kinda nibble. Yes, that was my dire warning to you. But wouldn't that raise suspicion in such a small town? Ah, an intelligent question. They don't need to kill people to feed, but they still have to eat. Jan feeds on blood and Anna on life force. Life force? Yeah, she's a succubus, dumbass. She makes you die sooner? It's more like your vitality, your active energy, generally only enough to knock you out. And it's not just sexual fluids, lover boy. She can get you through touch. Both of them make you fall asleep and wake up the next day feeling hungover. Something easily explained that way on a booze-riddled college campus. Jan has put people in the hospital though. But neither of them have killed. Yet. So why do they want to kill me? Finally, we're getting to the heart of the matter. It's complicated. Try me. I kept up so far. I'm not exactly a Nimrod. You kind of are. Naomi's eyebrows raised for a moment as she folded her arms. You heard about the robbery at the museum? You mean the ones where the exhibit was ransacked? I thought that was a bank robber gang. With masks? No. Too small scale. Besides, the whole town would have heard the techno. Kurt perked a brow. Heard the techno. Okay. So I'm guessing it was the girls? Yes, they stole a talisman of Aldabelfi. Yeah, I'm just gonna call it the MacGuffin. Well, thank you for speaking clearly to us. It's an old witch artifact from Crescent Valley heyday. What does it do? It's a very human thought process to think a magical object does one thing. Your average magic trinket can be used for a variety of spells, and you can combine them with others to reproduce more powerful effects. The MacGuffin by itself is nothing particularly powerful. That's why the museum had it. I detected its magical signature in class last week, and it's got a new and powerful aura. One that matches a blood ritual. That ritual allows a pair of monsters to mature into more powerful forms if they kill a particular human by feeding on them. That's where I come in. For Jan, she'll ascend to a vampire lord able to start her own clan. Ooh. For Anna, she will turn into a full succubus, able to fully change into any form she wishes. The two of them combined, there's no telling what they could do with these powers. And you're sure this is what they're doing with it? You said it can have other purposes, right? Well, they could be summoning bears, but let me ask you this. Had any strange dreams lately? According to my research, the target human will start to have... Naomi pulled a thick leather-bound book from inside her jacket and flickered through the pages. Best I can decipher... Wet dreams? No, not wet dreams. Just, regular ones. About the girls. Sexual. I don't think they're summoning bears to them. So why me? Why not someone else? That I don't know. It says a specific human. It could be your blood type, age, sign you were born under, all of the above I don't know, but it's you. And it gets worse. It gets worse? Blood ritual usually just gets worse. They have a time limit to kill you. If they fail to do it, the resulting backlash will horribly maim all three of you. Well, that sounds like a stupid ritual. They'll probably survive, you'll likely die. Kurt suddenly felt sick. So, what are you going to do? I thought we were past the point of asking stupid questions. What do you think I'm going to do? You're going to kill them. I'm under orders. Neutralize their ability to perform this ritual or neutralize them. If one of the monsters nulls their pact or dies, the other can't complete it. So, if I get the drop on them, I can probably get at least one of them before the other kills me. Wait, what? She became somber. I am in a weekend stay until Halloween. I could take on one of them, but probably not both. I'm not thrilled about it, but it's my job. Do me a favor and name a kid after me or something. The color left Skirt's face. Oh, what if they're making a mistake? Doing 40 in a 25 is a mistake. Starting a blood ritual is not. Yeah, you can't be like, Monster Cops, hand over your magical artifacts. No, it doesn't work like that. If I get found out as a Monster Cop, they have to join or die. And they can't join because they feed on humans. Kurt grabbed his stomach. He felt physically ill. I don't want this. Why would you be willing to die for this? For me? Because this is what has to be done. You humans are too frail to defend yourself, and too stupid to see beyond a tight shirt and a short skirt. A pair of monsters are plotting to become more powerful with a magic artifact by killing a human. By killing you. This is exactly what my organization exists to prevent. To put dangerous monsters down. They're not monsters, Naomi, they're people. People just like you. Naomi was a bit surprised at this statement. They have hopes and flaws, and something must have forced their hand for them to do this. I don't want them to die, and I certainly don't want you to die for me. And I'm sure you don't want to die for me either, do you? Naomi looked away, arms folded. Not particularly, but I have my orders. Neutralize them or neutralize their ability to complete the ritual. Then what if we can neutralize the ritual? You said it yourself, that if you have the thing you can figure out what it does. Does that include a way to make it not work? Naomi looked at him for a moment, considering things. Maybe, but what's your plan? I'll meet up with them and get the MacGuffin thing. And how are you going to do that? I don't know, I'll figure something out. What do we have to lose? You have a lot to lose. Your life, for starters. It's better than sitting back and watching you lose yours. What do you say? This is a terrible idea. And you have to be the biggest moron I've ever met in my life. A good-natured moron, but a moron nonetheless. Don't suppose you have any protection? If you were going out on a date, I hope you have condoms. I have one, the one I carry in my wallet. You're going out with 2 girls and you brought 1 condom? God, you're a dork. I meant like a magic item or a spell to cast or something like that. Well, there is one thing. I found a powerful spell that offers protection to the target of a ritual with its harmonic signature. So I'll be immune? That I don't know. These ancient mages never explain shit properly. A rune is placed onto the recipient. When you touch the MacGuffin, they will gain knowledge of future events. Whatever that means. But it's more than your 1 condom. It also requires you to be bound to someone. That would be me. You also have to pick out a phrase and say it during the ritual. I have to repeat it. I don't understand it, but let's make it snappy. Something easy to remember and say. Under 10 letters. Boobies! What should the key phrase be? I'm happy with boobies. Naomi stared for a moment before a grin appeared on her face.
Oh, these?
She reached up and grabbed at her chest. Oh. So the game was aware that I could choose boobies. Okay.
My boobies? My massive fucking titties.
Woo! Can't say I hate that.
My super stuffed up milkies?
Okay, I do hate that.
My honker donker doinky boinkies?
No!
My fucking fabric stretching, wind flapping, gravity welling sex mounds? Do you mean these super duper ultra goddamn motherfucking tits?
Naomi punched Kirsten in the face. Okay, you're good. Pick again. God damn it. I guess not. Punch. Put out your hand, I'll put a mark on you. Temporary? Probably. Kurt's face twisted in concern and Naomi scowled. So risking your life for 2 monsters is fine, but you're being a bitch of a potentially sweet ass to 2? Kurt blushed and looked away. Give me your damn hand! Kurt presented his hand to her as she opened up her book. She closed her eyes and began to chant in a strange language. Hoc est fatum quum interpretari conatur, volo frumento eu. Hoc est fatum quum interpretari conatur, volo frumento eu. A rune slowly etched itself on the back of Kurt's hand, glowing red as it formed. He watched it spin slowly on his hand as Naomi finished, amazed that such a thing was even possible. Now that caster has to touch you and repeat the passphrase while concentrating on the magical sigils. Naomi reached out with her hand. Ready? Kurt nodded as he moved forward with her into her hand. Punch. There, that should do it, whatever it is. She sighed as she looked down at the rune, which slowly faded from red to being a little darker than his skin. She looked up at him. You're a good man, Kurt. She nodded as she moved her hand away. Try not to die. That's the best you have right now? Well, I already tried don't put your dick in crazy, but you seem hellbent on that. Go get me that MacGuffin, lover boy. Kurt waited with trepidation for the girls to show up at the quad. But that is where I cut off for today's episode. We have met a Cambion who is now our protector or something like that. She put a spell on me.
I put a spell on you.
To say the least. And now we're going to the quad to meet a succubus and a vampire who's going to, well, suck me dry, to say the least. But are they? Because now I have the rune that makes me see into the future or something like that. I don't quite remember. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. And thank you, Joseph, for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. If you guys want to help me out, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, just because you're not the main character, it does not mean you're not important. Goodbye, everyone.